Good day, we are Group 3.4. We are presenting the use of artificial intelligence in enhancing cybersecurity and data protection measures in the UK. Our main idea is about how AI is reducing cyber threats and how data is protected. We aim to analyze the tools and technologies that are currently used in UK SME organizations together with the challenges involved. We also want to look into how small businesses are effectively using AI to detect threats like spoofing, malware, and phishing. Our aim is to evaluate how AI is enhancing cybersecurity and data protection measures, to analyze the tools and technologies, and to know how technologies that are currently used in UK SME organizations are being used. The objective of our research is to know how small businesses are effectively using AI to detect threats, the strategies they are using, and how the challenges they face are being raised. Our research question focuses on the following: the AI powered tools and technologies that are currently implemented by small business, the framework that would support ethical implementation, and how to deploy AI in SME in order to align it with NSC and UK government guidance.
Yeah, from the literatures that we studied, we discovered that there are a lot of research that have been carried on UK organization integration of AI-based cybersecurity tools with AI embedded data protection. And also we discovered that there are also compliance and involving national cyber resilience requirements. And we also discovered that these are studies that are independent. Existing studies tend to uh, treat security and UK regulatory policy separately rather than examining them as a single integrated organization practice. And that is what we tend to look into in our research. We have adopted Sanders Onion in our research design. And for the philosophy, we chose pragmatism. So why we chose pragmatism is because our study uses is a problem. Our research problem is reward and multidimensional. So we chose pragmatism because we are dealing with both numerical data and human experiences. So pragmatism will give us the flexibility to use whatever method best answers the research questions we have. So, and in our approach, we have decided to go for both inductive and deductive approach. So we combine these two because the deductive reasoning helps to test ideas from existing AI and cybersecurity theory. So, and the inductive on its own will help us to know new insights that emerge from interviews. So together, both of them together now, they form a kind of abductive cycle that will give us appropriate, uh, that is going to be appropriate for an evolving field. So for the methodological choice, we have also decided for mixed method. We are using mixed method because the problem cannot be understood through numbers alone or the interviews alone. Rather, the quantitative data will give breadth and patterns across many organizations, and the qualitative data will also give depth insight into governance and the decision making. On the strategy, we have also looked into giving the case studies and then using interviews and then the survey. So our multi-inspired layer of case study will help us and show the organizational context. The interview will review strategy thinking, and surveys will provide large-scale patterns. So this combination gives a holistic view of AI adoption in cybersecurity and in government compliances. And for the time horizon, it's going to be cross-sectional. We have taken this snapshot in time because the project time frame does not allow a longitudinal tracking. So a cross-sectional approach is appropriate for analyzing the current practices in a rapidly evolving field. And for the technique now, this has helped us to streamline to the techniques that we are going to adopt. And for our technique, we are going to adopt a hybrid thematic and statistical analysis. We are analyzing qualitative data using thematic analysis to avoid to identify governance issues and emerging patterns. We are analyzing quantitative data statistically to measure the adoption level, barriers, and the relationships. So together, this method strengthens the overall and validity of our study. So, as we said, so we are going to be exploratory in our research, and then the time horizon is cross-sectional. So, in our population, we are going to look into the IT professionals from small medium enterprise in the UK, and our samples we are using mixed method. We have interviews which we run for interviews from between 10 to 15 IT SME owners, and then we take the online surveys for our quantitative data.
So, coming to our research methodology, we have chosen the philosophy, approach, strategy, the data collection methods, analysis methods. We will explain that in detail in the coming slides. So, firstly, the philosophy we choose is the pragmatism, which will focus on choosing the methods that best address the research problem rather than sticking to one philosophical stance. So, we have adopted a pragmatism philosophy because our research examines both practical challenges and live experiences of AI adoption in the small scale industries across the UK, requiring a flexible approach that will integrate quantitative survey data with qualitative interview insights. So it supports industry focused studies aiming to get realistic and solutions that are like actionable. This is especially important because AI adoption and cybersecurity readiness in the UK SMEs must be understood from both technical perspective and behavioral perspective, and it will align with government policies and real world organizational needs. So our coming to the approach we have used is the combination of deductive and inductive reasoning to build a good understanding of AI adoption in the small scale businesses. So, why we have chosen both is the deductive component allows to test assumptions in existing literature and the frameworks involved in the UK cybersecurity. And while inductive components will come from interview insights, helping us to identify new and emerging uh, theories involved, and that directly comes from the sample we have chosen, the participants we have chosen. So by integrating both the approaches, we will be able to enhance the depth and reliability of our findings. Coming to the mixed method design we have chosen because AI cybersecurity and adoption in small scale businesses is multidimensional. So we thought it would be better to use a mixed design because it cannot be the AI adoption cannot be understood using only one method. It requires both because the qualitative analysis will capture real experiences and the concerns from the participants, while quantitative will give findings that reveal different patterns and we can measure the trends. Together, they will provide a good, reliable, reliable evidence that will be aligning with our pragmatic approach and support our exploratory and applied research. Then let me go to the next slide. So coming to the time horizon, we have chosen cross-sectional because it enables us to collect data at a single point of time, and it is very appropriate for evaluating the current state of AI adoption in cybersecurity and data protection measures. So coming to the strategies we have used, it is semi-structured interviews as well as the online surveys. Both will give expert, like interviews will give an expert insights, and the online surveys will gather broader, quantifiable perspectives. So together we will strengthen our validity of like mixed method design by studying the qualitative experiences with measurable patterns and trends. So, coming to the analysis method, we have chosen hybrid thematic analysis because it fits well with our study. It blends deductive frameworks and inductive insights on UK AI cybersecurity to produce like practical recommendations for small scale industries. So overall, I would say our methodology is grounded with pragmatism, mixed methods, and hybrid thematic analysis. It is well suited to explore evolving challenges, ethical considerations, and AI adoption in UK.
In this part of presentation, I'll outline how we collected our data using a mixed method approach and how we analyzed both the qualitative and quantitative information. So move into the data collection part. So we used a mixed method design, which allows us to gather rich insights from experts and broader patterns from a larger sample data collection. For our study, we'll collect primary data from two sources. First, we'll conduct 10 to 15 semi-structured interviews with UK ITSME owners. This will help us understand how experts use AI and what challenges they face and their views on ethical risk. Second, we'll run an online survey with around 80 to 100 participants, mainly small businesses, security staff, IT managers. So this survey will be conducted to Qualtrics and also reviewing secondary data like government reports, academic papers, industry publications. So this help us to check our findings against what already known and place everything in broader context. For our selecting participants, we used purposive sampling. Basically, we choose people who actually have hands-on experience with cybersecurity and AI. And of course, confidentiality is taken seriously. Everything is anonymous and all data is stored securely. So next, I'll move into the data analysis process. So now move into the data analysis process. For the interviews, our qualitative analysis will use hybrid thematic analysis. So we'll work with deductive codes based on existing frameworks and inductive codes that comes directly from what participants say. And to support this process, we'll use NBWeb software for coding and theme development. Also, for analyzing the survey data, we'll apply descriptive statistic using the software SPSS, which allows us to organize and summarize participants' responses, identify trends, and highlights patterns within the data sets. Yeah, so this will provide a clear overview of the quantitative findings. Finally, we'll bring both sets of findings together through a mixed method comparison. So this triangulation will help us to connect quantitative and qualitative results, giving us stronger and more reliable conclusion. So now our final part, outcomes. From this study, we expect to achieve several important outcomes. First, we aim to provide a clear overview of the types of AI cybersecurity tools currently used in UK small businesses, such as anomaly detection, predictive threat detection, or automated incident responses. Second, we want to develop a deeper understanding of the main challenges small businesses face. This could include limited budget, lack of skilled staff, or ethical concern around automation. Third, the study will contribute to the development of a practical ethical AI implementation model, offering guidance to small businesses on how to adopt AI safely and effectively. And fourth, we aim to produce evidence-based recommendation that can support UK cybersecurity practices and potentially inform national strategies, including the National Cyber Strategy and the UK AI strategy. Finally, the study will provide clear suggestions for future research, helping guide further investigations into AI-driven cyber defense mechanism.
So coming to the references, here are the list of references we have used in our research process throughout. Um, these are the one, and yep, thank you so much.